Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Kamala Mdletshe, and on this channel, it's my reality TV shows, I'm celebrities, kanye nama YouTubers. And listen, you guys, if you're joining me from YouTube and it's your first time joining me today, do not forget to subscribe. If you're on Facebook, follow the page and like the page. If you are on Twitter, do the same. Okay. Listen, you guys, thank you so much for the messages. I wasn't feeling well on Sunday late, and also yesterday I woke up feeling even worse because I thought I'm not gonna do the evening live on Sunday, but I'm definitely going to do it. Not on was it Sun? Yes, on Sunday, but I'm definitely going to do it yesterday morning, which was a Monday. But I woke up feeling worse. But thank you so much, guys, for such kind message. I want to be sick all the time because you guys are sweet when somebody is sick. Anyway, you guys, so today, because I have to be start work early. In fact, I just am not going to be able to do the live. That's why I'm recording this video so that it's a live premiere, so that at least at 7 o'clock you can still get to hear my voice, even though I won't be live. So I'm recording this at 4:30 in the morning. And if everything goes according to plan, because of course we have load shedding, I will be able to upload this video, and at 7 o'clock you are going to get it. And please watch another one because there is a TikTok video that I'm going to be reacting to after this video is uploaded, you guys. But thank you so much for such sweet messages. So we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj today. But it's not about her really. It's about South African government wasting our taxpayers' monies. Okay. And don't sit there and say, listen, I don't have a job. I'm not even a taxpayer. If you buy, food, you buy groceries, and you see that thing on the slip that says VAT, that VAT thing, the amount that is just added on the price, and you don't know what it is. If it's on your slips, you are a taxpayer, definitely. So you have to listen to this. You must listen to this because it means that they take that money from your slip and give it to Abo Nicki Minaj, as if Abo Nicki Minaj need 10 million from South African government. So we need to talk about this story right here. How did Nicki Minaj get 10 million rand from South African government when she didn't even come and perform? Okay, how did that happen? Okay, who made that decision? What's going to happen to that person that signed that check? Okay, or click on authorize when it came to the transfer of that money. Then we are going to talk about Nandipa Makutumana Ubey KaThabo Bester. I babes KaThabo Bester is still there under the jail. She thought she was going to celebrate. I bet you last night, not even like the night before last. Okay. I don't know which night it was. Sunday night. Okay. I bet she was dreaming of herself coming out of the prison, coming out of court after bail hearing, and it's her birthday. I'm sure there were dinners planned already where she was going to go and celebrate. And then the judge was like, not today, honey, not today. Okay. You are going to celebrate it under the jail. Okay. And then we're going to talk about this. People, guys, if you are somebody out there that was still hoping that these guys are going to get off free, you know, you are a very, very hopeful person. Okay. The way that it's going, listen, I'm not an expert, okay? I'm not a law expert, but I just feel like these guys are not going to get away. But I'm not an expert and I might not even have metric because umshololo nini nini uzobethi Ntando, do you have metric? And then I'm going to be showing her my diploma. And then she'd be like, not the diploma, the metric. So I don't want to talk too much. Anyway, we're going to talk about that right now. So let's start with this Nicki Minaj story. It's on the Sunday World, and we're going to find out what's happening with that. So they're saying here, okay, this is a South African government, guys. As bad as things are in South Africa, we have 10 million rands that was just paid to somebody, okay, just paid me, Nicki Minaj Siago Panje, because we rich like that in South Africa. What is 10 million rand? Sinabophalaphala thina abagcwele iy'mali ngey'khwama laphayana iy'mali igcwele emasakeni lapha ephalaphala. Just take this 10 million rand. That's basically what we did, okay? But they didn't, I wasn't part of that, but definitely I contributed to that 10 million rand. And all of you contributed to that 10 million rand. Don't think just because you don't have a job, you don't pay as you earn, you're not a taxpayer. If you buy groceries and in the slip, there's that amount that is written VAT, then you are a taxpayer. This is your money. So let's talk about our money. 10 million rand paid to Nicki Minaj for botched gig back to haunt Tswana. It must haunt them. They must not be able to sleep. So this is what happened. A 10 million rand payment made to international rapper Nicki Minaj 9 years ago has come back to haunt the city of Tshwane. You know what? I would even understand if they gave it to a South African artist. You know, they decided, no, we need this rapper here, okay? Because funa ukubona izinqa zika Nicki Minaj nje live, you know? Phela that's the thing on Nicki Minaj. You just want to see, you know, someone there in the offices of Tshwane just wanted to sue Nicki Minaj live and they decided they wanted her. Okay. In 2014, Tshwane sponsored a Dinokeng Tribe One Music Festival scheduled to take place in September of that year in Kalinan. Guys, I'm just wondering if one artist at the festival costed 10 million rand, how much exactly were they going to spend on this concert? However, the festival was cancelled at the last minute. This was due to various reasons, including the state of readiness of the stage where the megastar would have performed. Okay, so they couldn't get the stage right. So remember, they've already spent 10 million, which is the cost that they cannot get back, whether the concert happens or not. And they were supposed to get the stage. They should have made sure that they get the stage ready because they knew that they had already spent the 10 million rands on her performance. So you might as well just make sure that everything else goes according to plan because you're not going to recover that money back. At the time, Nicki Minaj's real name, Onika Tanya Maraj, had signed a contract with Tshwane, which did not propel her to refund the city and event organizers, you know. And how do you sign such a ridiculous contract where you say whether you perform or not, we will give you this money? Okay. Sony Music, South Africa, in case of cancellation. So the organizers, I guess, were Sony Music, South Africa. The city also reportedly paid a whopping 65 million to the organizers of the Bash, which was dubbed Africa's biggest music festival. Guys, in South Africa, we have money, you know, there is money, but it's just being spent on things that we do not understand. And we are not even told about it until auditors come and they point it out. Other acts who have shared the stage, who would have shared the stage with Nicki Minaj included Grammy Award winner Michael Moore, Ryan Lewis, J. Cole, and Kid Ink. After years of silence following a KPMG report which listed irregularities by the city following the cancellation of the event and punitive suggestions for implicated officials, the DA in Swane has called for action to be taken. I agree with DA this time. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but I agree with them. In a media statement released by the DAMP, many defrators on Monday, the party suggested a table of motion in council where the reports would be discussed in length. Freitas said last week the DA presented Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille with a copy of the KPMG final report from 2017 and the City of Tshwane Dinokeng Music Festival investigation. The KPMG report provides a detailed information which includes how it appears that inflated payment figures provided by the then Director of Communication, Marketing and Events, Nomasonto Ndlovu. Upulelo. Where is Lelo? Lelo, here is your sister here. Noma Sotodlovu do not match invoiced amounts with the differences not explained. Listen, you guys, sometimes like when they make this payment, for an example, yes, they're saying the amount was paid to Nicki Minaj, it's 10 million, but sometimes I feel like they need to check if that money really went to Nicki Minaj or it went to Nicki Minaj Ndlovu. You know what I mean? You know, it might have went to Nicki Minaj. They must check. Maybe it's a Capitec account. Okay. It also stated that Ndlovu, currently acting as CEO at Tourism South Africa, should be brought to book for her involvement in the Botched Festival. The KPMG report recommended on page 85 that the city of Tshwane should consider taking action against Ndlovu. It is our view that the seriousness of the findings against Ndlovu must be considered in relation to appointing or retaining Ndlovu as said CEO, even in the acting capacity. He said he approached his colleagues, Councillor Mr. Muller, who serves on the Municipal Public Accounts Committee, to unbury the KPMG report. Councillor Muller will request that the report be tabled in an upcoming MPAC meeting to now start an investigation process into the findings of the report. Should such investigation reveal that there was a malfeasance involving Mrs. Ndlovu. This will have to direct bearing on SAT and indeed the Department of Tourism, he said. I feel like I just read that word wrong. Anyway, you guys, that's what is happening here. Unomasonto Ndlovu, Nicki Minaj. I feel like that Nicki Minaj was actually Unomasonto Ndlovu, but I'm just saying, okay, that is just me. Anyway, you guys, these things really are disheartening, honestly, you guys, because we have a lot of problems in South Africa. They could have, like that money could have been used to help the youth in South Africa. We have high rates of employment, we have poverty, people don't have homes. There is a lot going on in South Africa for us to have like 65 million rands being spent in some festival and then 10 million of that being paid to an artist that never even performed at the concerts. Anyway, you guys, that's what is happening here. So they need to hold this Ndlovu person accountable, honestly. Okay. And then, you guys, let's talk about what happened with Dr. Nandipa. Okay, I was feeling sick, but listening to the case, and then I fell asleep. I honestly thought, I even imagined it, that when I wake up and I turn on my phone, I'm going to see the article that says Dr. Nandipa got bail. And then I was so happy to see that, okay, it was another postponement, because I was like, she deserves to stay a little bit more, behind bars. So, this is a story written by Hamkhelo Sebola Olayaten from for Zimoja. Dr. Nandipa Makudumana's bail judgment set for next week on Monday. Dr. Nandipa Makudumana will know her fate on bail application next week, Monday. Makudumana arrived in the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court with a new hairstyle, and like she does every time, and just like with her two past appearances, she prayed before the court proceeding. Listen, you guys, God always listens to prayers, but I'm sure, guys, I am sure Kunama prayers where he's like, are you kidding me? Like right now. Like with everybody else praying, like you really just want me to listen to your prayer, like for real, Nandipa, like for real. There's hungry children out here. Some children are writing exams and they're praying to pass. They didn't start. Like I must listen to your prayer, okay? Like, I can't with Dr. Nandipa. By the way, you guys, they say we mustn't call it Dr. Nandipa anymore. Her defense lawyer, advocate Machini Mtlaung, delivered final arguments for the disgraced doctor's bail application, while the state prosecutor did the same in opposing her bail, saying she is a flight risk. Okay, I like how the prosecutor was like, listen, okay, so you were kidnapped to Tanzania, and then our South African authorities went and fetched you, and you were like, huh? Why are you fetching me? But you were kidnapped. Okay. So when you came back, you were like, they illegally brought me back. Even if you were illegally brought back, you should be happy you were brought back because you were kidnapped. Okay. I'm like, Dr. Nadipa thinks we have time to play here. Makudumana is accused of aiding her boyfriend. The one that she was smiling to, the one she was holding hands, the one she was kneeling next to, Thabo Bester, to escape from lawful custody in May 2022 with the help of a few people, including her father, G4S officials, the Mangaung prison. In closing argument, the state prosecutor, Silo Matloga, said the fact that Makudumana's co-accused were released on bail is based on their roles and their personal circumstances. I still don't understand why a lot of them got bail, though. Her personal circumstances and her role are not the same. The court must apply its mind. Matloko said, he added, the role she played showed that she had no respect for the criminal justice. It is a demonstration of her disregard for the court of law. Bester was sentenced by the court of law. Makutumana's 11 co-accused, including her father, were released on 10,000 bail each. They were due to appear in court next month. Okay. Apparently, even the father was in court. I did not see him. Like I say, I only watched part of it. Matlogo said Makudumana was deceitful when she provided her address and claimed that her father was dead in her affidavit while trying to claim a Thabo Best. I wonder if she had her fingers like this behind her when they were like, okay, so whose body are you fetching? And she was like, my father. She killed her father while her father was still alive. This one. That's fraud, Matloko said. Matloko also said that there is an abandoned car in Zimbabwe. The fact that that car is still there means she can still go there and get that car and run this one. She has not satisfied the court that it is in the interest of justice that she be admitted to bail. The state also questioned why Makutumana had not opened the case against Bester for kidnapping. Nepela, she kidnapped you. And in court, you were sitting next to him. Why didn't you say, Judge, can I please open a case? Okay. And then he would go to the nearest police station and open a case of kidnapping. Her defense said that as far as bail proceedings, it is not a process to determine her guilt or innocence of the client. But if the client is very much innocent and the client has tried to run before, then it's not a good idea to give the client bail. Advocate Matlounga told court that there was no doubt that Makutumana assured the court that his client had no interest in leaving the country. Aibo, Njani, guys, when you just have to argue, some points that he was making, I'm like, but, you know, the applicant has been traveling in and outside South Africa, coming back with no issues because at that time she was not a wanted woman. Had she been a wanted woman, she would have gone and not come back, which is what she was trying to do when she was running with Thabo Bester. Her passport is confiscated. The real question is whether or not, these two, I feel like they already have other passports somewhere waiting for them. Okay. The minute they say Nandipa is released on bail, this woman is going. I'm telling you. The real question is whether or not the accused has any other business to deal with outside the Republic of South Africa. Yes, she has a car over there. And, if that the Zimbabwean driver, she probably is even has some kind of a relationship with his family that side. Okay, so maybe I'm coming to this end. The applicant has not produced such evidence. Neither did the state in its opposition produce evidence that the applicant has some interest outside the borders of South Africa. She has a car there. They don't need to provide it. I know she has a car over there. All of the facts were placed on record to demonstrate that she had a strong family ties within South Africa. They were not tied enough because she was willing to leave all of those family ties in South Africa and run with Bester. So those ties are not like real ties if you think about it, because had there been ties really, she wouldn't have ran with Thabo Bester. Mutluang added that Makurumana also placed her assets on record, including her movable assets to the value of 1 million rand. That's a substantial amount. This aspect touches sharply the vein whether there would be an attempt to evade trial. This is diffused. Mutluang added that Makutumana's right to liberty would be compromised if she was not released on bail. There is no indication when the criminal trial would proceed until she is convinced of the crime, convicted of a crime. She must be presumed innocent. Yeah, I guess we have to do that, but we all know she's guilty. I have demonstrated that the evidence presented by Makutumana remains unchallenged. She will be back in court on September the 11th when the judgment on her bail application will be delivered. I hope they postpone again. If they're going to give her bail, I hope they postpone like 20 times before they actually make a decision, okay? Because she deserves to be behind bars. Under the jail, she must go. Okay. So that's what is happening, you guys, with Dr. Nandipa. But the ridiculousness, though, how everything is not making sense. Maybe for people that are very knowledgeable in the law, everything makes sense. For me, it doesn't make sense. She was fetched from Tanzania to come back to South Africa. She came back to South Africa and said that her being brought back to South Africa was not in a legal form. Basically, she was kidnapped back. Okay. So, meaning that she would have preferred to stay that side. She would have preferred to stay that side. But then she comes back and said that she was kidnapped by Thabo Bester to go to the other side. So why were you not grateful of the fact that the authorities went and fetched you to bring you back? And then when you came back, why didn't you open the case of kidnapping then? Up until now, there's no case of kidnapping, meaning that there was never a kidnapping. The only reason she's saying she was kidnapped is to use it as a way to get off. But where is the case number? Okay. Even insurance will be like, what is the case number, ma'am? Nati, we want the case number. Okay. Go and report your boyfriend, Pela. Let's see. Okay, maybe yazi mhla ka-11 bazobuya sebethi bane-case number, ngiyabasola. Anyway, you guys, let's talk about what happened here with with this one, you guys, Senzo Meyiwa, the Senzo Meyiwa case. Okay, listen, you guys, why are we bothering going to see doctors? I did not know what's going to be kanjeni. 500 rand to be seen, consultation. They give you umuti, and it's the three of you, all three of you, 500 rand, and you get meat. Do you know what right now to go to a doctor? You must have at least 1,000 rands, okay? Because now our doctor is like 700 rand and upwards, okay? And they don't give you umot. And I was thinking, why are we going to doctors? Let's just go to Sangomas and Nyanga, guys. 500 rand, you get everything, all the package. The only thing is that they will go and testify against you in the court of law. They will tell everything. Okay, so if you are doing criminal stuff, once the police get them, they will tell everything. Okay. So Senzo Meyiwa trial, Sangoma's testimony shake the accused. Humuto Madope. Listen, you guys, even after the Sangoma, there's still people that are saying that these men are still going to get off. I don't know how, but I will wait and see. The Sangoma record the accused in the Senzo Meyiwa made a trial. The 5 men accused of taking Bafana Bafana's and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa's life were left shaken on Monday, the 4th of September. They had to ask their lawyer to keep an eye on the state so they don't quote the new weakness. Okay. What are they afraid of? This after Zwane, a traditional here, told the court that the man known by Sbiya had consulted with him to assist him and his 2 friends in getting a job. Listen, you guys, like honestly, like thing I in the sense in life, like you're going to take your money and go consult a Sangoma so that you can get a job as a criminal. Not a job like legit job, like legit employment. No, you're just thinking yazi ubugebengu bami abuhambi kahle ngicela inyanga ithi kungenzela ubugebengu bami buthi ukuthi kancane. Hey, he said when his beer came to him, there were 3. Okay, like I said, guy, 500 rand combo. They said they wanted to find work, so they wanted to give me some cleansing. They wanted me to give them some cleansing products that will assist with getting a job. He said. Zwane said he gave them inhlanhla medicine. He could not remember which year they came to see him. I am old. Even today, I don't know what day it is. Listen, you guys, if you're testifying in court, just maybe that is not a good thing to say that, you know what, I'm old. I don't even remember which year it was. Maybe I don't remember today. Okay, what day it is today. Okay, because then, the defense is going to be like, this is not a reliable, weakness, because even he himself is saying that he doesn't even remember what day it is today. I'm sure he was joking, but Sangoma Zwane said he charged them 500 rand for medicine. Guys, just 500 rand. Stop going to doctors, go to Sangomas. Okay. He told the court that 2 or 3 days later, the man came back again. He said the second time around, Sbiya told him that they had gone to look for work. Someone sustained injuries. Okay. Zwane said they did not tell him who that person was. With us black people, when someone has passed on in our families, we do a cleansing ceremony. This is what I helped them with. He said, okay. Zwane said he gave them a herbal medicine for cleansing called Islahlo Sokeza. He said that was the last time he saw them until 2 police officers came impersonating 2 people who wanted to consult. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. Listen, depending on whether you believe the Sangoma or not, it leads me to think that maybe, just maybe, these accused, if they did go to the Kumalo house, the intention was not to take somebody's life. They wanted a job. They maybe kutuza, and then something happened, and then someone's life was taken. They did not mean to. That is, if we want to believe Isangoma. Zwane said he was then taken pictures, handcuffed by police, and taken to the police station. He said when he got to the police station, he saw Spear handcuffed and asked him what was happening. He was asked if he could identify him in court, but he said he couldn't. I mean, a person that couldn't really say what day it was yesterday. I mean, really, do you want him to remember something that happened back in 2014? He said he doesn't see him properly, but he is tall. After his brief testimony, Zwane was excused from the stand. I think I like the fact that he's being honest and saying, listen, maybe he's just tall, and instead of pointing somebody out, just to sort of please the court and say this is the person. If we can't see, if he's like, I can't tell for sure that it was this person, then it's right for him to not point at just a random person, because he might just end up pointing at the tallest guy from the accused when it's not him. The state wanted Zwane's testimony put on hold until the trial within a trial is concluded, but the defense questioned the move court. The court adjourned until Tuesday, the 5th of September, which is today. Okay, so that is what is happening, guys. Anyway, I do wonder what's gonna happen now. If it makes much difference. I mean, if the Nyanga or the Sangoma is telling the truth, obviously, you guys, it's something of interest to think that they did go for before to us to get the job, and then they went and they did the job, and then they had somebody in the job, and then they came back to say we need the cleansing. What cannot be confirmed is that this Inyanga is talking about the same incident as the Senzo Meyiwa incident, because it does sound like these guys were not really like good guys in the community. So they were doing some jobs. So is this the same job that Inyanga is talking about as the job Senzo Meyiwa's passing? Because like he is saying, listen, I don't remember the year, I don't remember the day, I don't even know what day it is today. So you can't hold me accountable for whatever information I give you here. I'm just going to tell you what I remember. I don't know if it's a reliable witness, but I am tempted to believe this in Nyanga. Okay. And I do believe that these guys are going down. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this live premiere. Listen, I will give you an update, you guys. I do have a new demands and changes as far as my work is concerned. So we will have some changes on this channel, but we shall not stop gossiping. Okay, that's gonna happen forever. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.